Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Jasmine, aka Dasha Jazz. I talk all about cooking, traveling, and living well here. Today we're in my kitchen and I'm very excited to share my latest recipe with you. This is an easy pistachio matcha latte. If you are a tea drinker or a fan of the Starbucks pistachio latte, stay tuned. Okay, so first we're going to get into the ingredients that you will need for this lovely little recipe. There are only 5, very simple. I'm going to start out with some milk. You can use whatever kind of milk you would normally drink, add into your cereal or take in a latte. This is some almond milk. You could use a dairy milk. Coconut milk is also great in this, oat milk, whatever you please. I'm going to do 3/4 of a cup of that, and we're going to warm it up and froth it because this is a latte. We're also going to warm up some hot water. This is 1/4 cup. You want it almost boiling, and this is what we're going to mix with the matcha tea powder. Speaking of that, this is the matcha that I use. I'm not like, a die-hard specific brand fan, but I do like this one and I do have a discount code for it, so I'll be sure to leave that in the video description for you. You need just a 1/2 teaspoon of this, some vanilla extract. There's not much in this bottle, which is okay because you're literally just going to add like a drop into the latte because you just want a touch of vanilla flavor, not overpowering. This is the flavor that you actually want to come through, which is pistachio. This is the Monin pistachio syrup, which is the same brand of flavored syrups that Starbucks uses and that many cafes and coffee shops use. I love it. You do have to order it online, but shipping is very quick. They have discount codes. I have a few other flavored syrups and I can't wait to play with them. You're going to use about 1 ounce of this. Okay, so this drink is extremely easy to make. We just went through the ingredients. I've gone ahead and heated up my milk just at about 1 minute and 30 seconds in the microwave. Same thing with the water because it's a smaller amount. I only heated it up for about 45 seconds. So I'm going to go in with the matcha powder. I'm just going to take a 1/2 teaspoon of this and add it directly into the mug. Making sure to use a clear mug today so that y'all can see all the action, and I'll try to get some close-up shots at the same time. I normally work with just one camera, but I'm trying to get fancier, level up, and upgrade the quality of my content because you all are so. So then I'm going to go in with that hot water. It's like almost boiling, but as you can see, it's gonna splash a little bit, so you don't want to make it too hot and risk burning yourself. Going in with my little frothing tool. I don't know if you can see that, but this actually came with my mud water starter kit. And yes, I have a discount code for that too. I like it because it's rechargeable, but the Tenzo matcha kit also comes with the frothing one, but I don't really use that one because it's battery powered and I don't want to keep up with batteries or change them out. I'd rather just plug this one into the wall on my laptop and recharge it when I need to. So I'm going to gently as possible mix all of this. And it just takes a few seconds because as you can hear, it's pretty powerful and we're not mixing up a large volume. So that's that. And I'm about to add the pistachio syrup, which is about 1 ounce. You can do anywhere from 1/2 to 1.5 ounces, just depending on your kind of tolerance or preference for sweetness and the intensity of the pistachio flavor. Obviously, the more you add, the more strong the flavor will be in your latte. However, this is a sugar or simple syrup, so it also means that it will be sweeter if you're being mindful of your sugar intake or you're not don't have a huge sweet tooth, then you'll want to use on the lower end of that. Also going to add in a little drop of the vanilla extract. Now you can add all of this in at the very first step with the matcha powder and the hot water, but I find that it kind of makes the powder clumpy, so I like to give it a good mix and then add those in and then mix again. Takes like 30 seconds longer if I wasn't talking to you, but that's just how I like to do it. Feel free to do you. And with this one, you do want to mix it a little longer than you mix just the powder and the hot water because the syrup is thick. I think it's like a double simple syrup, which is why you wouldn't have to like refrigerate it or anything. There's a lot of sugar in it, so it kind of keeps itself preserved and from spoiling. But that also means that it's super thick and it will just sink to the bottom if you don't give it a thorough mix. So that is what it looks like. It's gonna kind of settle down a little bit and separate, which is fine. I'm gonna set this aside and then froth the milk next. And I'm giving you like a little magic of television action because I went and rinsed this just real quick between the two steps because I don't want to turn the milk green. It's all going to be green in the end, but just, you know, for the aesthetic and for the sense of order, it keeps me calm. I don't want it to turn green just yet. And this step takes just as long as you desire. You're going to be adding air to the milk via the frother by kind of inserting it at an angle just below the surface of the milk. You can pump it up and down, you can twist and turn it and go in circles, and that will turn some of the milk into more of a foam. If you like more foam, you want to start with less milk and introduce a lot of air. If you prefer a milkier latte, then use more milk and just froth it for a little bit, like so. And this process kind of takes me back to, well, it does take me back to the summer before college. I was a barista for one long few months before I went away to school at the Coffee Beanery in Westlake Mall. So I learned how to make all of the different Americanos and cortados and lattes and all of that, cappuccinos. I had regulars and had to get the orders just right. I also OD'd or burned out on coffee that summer. I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't even like the smell of it. So I prefer tea. Give me a matcha, give me a chai, give me a brewed herbal tea, and I'm happy. So I think that's good. I have a good amount of foam here. So I'm gonna clean this off and then pour it up for you. So this is that super vibey, aesthetic-y moment of truth where I add hot frothed milk, steamed milk, into the matcha tea to make it a latte. A little bit too much milk, but that's okay. It's just, she's that girl. Oh, it's so pretty. Now you can go in and mix it if you want like a consistent flavor all the way through. If you want a strict separation or you like to get the sweetness and super intense matcha at the end, just sip through your milk and foam that's like lightly flavored and lightly colored by comparison, and then get your hit of pistachio matcha at the bottom. And that is that. That is how you make a pistachio matcha latte. This is dairy free, it's vegan and veg. It is just an icon at the moment. It is a living legend. It's one of my favorite drinks currently. You can also make it iced. I have a whole blog post with the process for hot versus iced. I will link that in the video description for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me any comments, questions, concerns in the comment section. Last but not least, stop what you're doing right now. Hit that subscribe button. I want to welcome you into my YouTube family, but the only way that I can do that is if you turn that red button white. Thank you so much for watching. Cheers. You know it's good if you get a little mustache action and don't even care.